Hello students, welcome to video class. It's chemistry for class 8. In chemistry, combustion and flame chapter is going on. In the last video teaching, I discussed about flame. What is flame? Definition of flame. What type of fuel on burning produce flame? And the description of candle's flame of a candle. These points I explained in last video. In this video, I will discuss about different types of fuels on the basis of physical state, calorific value of a fuel, and characteristics of an ideal fuel, a good fuel. By physical states, there are three kinds of fuel, say solid fuels, liquid fuels, and gaseous fuels. Solid fuels, common examples are coal, coke, charcoals. These are very common type of solid fuel, right? Solid fuel, when burnt, then produce soot, some harmful gases, and also leave solid residue. Solid fuels as coal, coke, charcoal on burning leave solid residue. Besides, these fuel on burning produce soot and some harmful gases. Right? This happens due to incomplete combustion, right? Solid residue left behind, and also soot is released due to incomplete combustion of solid fuels. Liquid fuels, common example petrol, diesel, kia. These are petroleum products obtained from petroleum oil. Well, petrol, diesel are used as fuel in automobiles. K-oil is also burnt as fuel for lighting purpose to produce light. It is also used in a stove, right? Liquid fuel, most of the liquid fuel vaporize before burning. First vaporize, then burn, right? For example, for producing light, when kerosene oil is burnt in lamp, the liquid kerosene oil rises through the wick, vaporizes, and then its vapor burn, producing luminous flame. Well, next, gaseous fuel. Common example, petroleum gas in liquefied state, it is called LPG. LPG is very common type of fuel. It is also used at home as kitchen fuel, domestic fuel. Liquefied petroleum gas, natural gas, and biogas. Petroleum gas, natural gas, biogas are common example of gaseous fuel. Well, water gas, producer gas are some other examples of gaseous fuel. Gaseous fuel produce burn producing flame, right? Most of the gaseous fuel produce less air pollutants, means are eco-friendly. For example, LPG. LPG is a mixture of hydrocarbons. Saturated hydrocarbons, say alkenes. Saturated hydrocarbon or alkane in presence of sufficient air, in sufficient supply of air, burn completely without releasing soot or harmful gases. It does not leave any residue on burning. Similarly, natural gas, it is also eco-friendly fuel. Biogas is also eco-friendly. Means these fuels burn without releasing soot, harmful gases, and any solid residue. Thus, do not cause any water or water, air, or land pollution. Well, okay. Next point is calorific value of a fuel. What is it? The fuel are mainly burnt to produce heat, sometimes for producing light. Well, the amount of heat produced by a fuel called its calorific value. Different types of fuel produce different amount of heat on burning. Right? Means different fuels have different calorific value. The amount of heat released on complete combustion of unit mass means 1 kg in SI system, in CGS 1 gram. On complete combustion of unit mass of a fuel, what amount of heat energy is produced called its calorific value. Right? Calorific value of a fuel is defined as the amount of heat produced by complete combustion of unit mass of the fuel. Well, different fuels have different calorific value. Now we will discuss the characteristics of. Now I will explain characteristics of a good fuel, of an ideal fuel. So a good fuel should be cheap and easily available. A good fuel should be cheap and easily available. Right? It should have a good calorific value, high heat value or calorific value, a good calorific value. Well, second, it should neither burn too fast or too slow. Right? The ignition temperature should be neither too low or too high, and should burn neither too fast or too slow. A good fuel should burn at moderate rate, and its ignition temperature should be moderate. Next, a good fuel are those fuel which do not really soot other harmful gases and solid residue on combustion. Means a good fuel should not cause environmental pollution. Right? Next, it should be safe and easy to handle, store and transport the fuel. These are some important characteristics of a good fuel. Good fuel should be cheap and easily available. Second, a good fuel must have high calorific value. A good fuel should neither burn too fast or too slow. A good fuel does not produce soot, harmful gases and any solid residue. The handling, storage and transportation of a good fuel is easy, convenient. These are the characteristics of a good fuel. I hope you have understood all the topics I discussed in this video. Right? More in this chapter I will explain, I will discuss in next video class or online class. That's all.